Good evening to you. Sorry there. I'm Dakota Makris. It's Monday. Well, many flood survivors have relocated since the water and mud destroyed their homes. Our Chandler Wilcox talked to survivors staying at Mind Made Adventure Park in Knott County while they look for permanent solutions.
It's rocky here. I can do it.
Campers are lined up and down Mind Made Adventure Park, housing flood survivors who have lost their homes. The terrifying memories continue playing in their minds as they recover.
We was like, well, our vehicles are up here, so we noticed the water was coming in fast. So we had to go out to our vehicles and sit. And so we sat out there. Well, by the next morning, our whole house was covered.
Some even were trapped in their house as water and mud rushed through.
It was bouncing. And then, the living room carpet just started getting wet. Just started feeling, every time you'd step on it, it was squishy. And I thought, oh, geez. And we couldn't get out.
The campers were not immediately available, leaving flood survivors to get creative. Melinda and her husband lived in a car for 2 weeks. Then someone donated a tent that they strapped on top of their trampoline.
That was at the house. It was the kids' trampoline that was in the yard. He didn't wash away. I don't know how it didn't wash away, but he didn't. But he braced it up and put it on top of there because I can't sleep on the ground.
Jade and her family could not find safe ground, so they had to be rescued.
There was a huge mudslide that was like coming off the mountain, and there was me and my whole family and my 11-month-old, and I had him in one of those little baby carrier things, and we was up to here, up to his back in mud, and so it was truly terrifying.
Now at Mind Made Adventure Park, the nature gives them a little bit of peace in stressful times.
I mean, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's not bad at all. Everybody's really nice up here and respectful. We've not had any issues at all.
The goal is restarting their lives with temporary comfort. In Knott County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Both flood survivors also said they still need as much help as possible since they lost everything. Well, flood victims who lost their homes are beginning to move into FEMA temporary housing units. FEMA staff say once people move into one of the units, they are required to do 3 things: demonstrate a need for continued housing assistance, recertify their eligibility, and show they are making progress toward a permanent housing solution. If you are a homeowner, you are required to complete all 3 steps every 30 days. And if you are renting, you have to complete the steps every other week. FEMA officials say more than 200 families and individuals are waiting for temporary housing solutions in 5 counties. Well, a couple of weeks ago, our Olivia Calfee updated you on the Hyman branch of Community Trust Bank reopening. Well, today, another branch reopened, this one over in Neon. Bank officials say the lobby and drive-thru are now open for regular business hours. The bank is located at 1001 Highway 317 in Neon. Well, Hunter Combs will be a junior at Knott County Central High School, and he says the impact his teachers and school have made on him has changed his life. After seeing it was heavily damaged by the flood, he has done everything he can to help. Our Olivia Calfee was with him at Hyman Elementary School today.
Hunter Combs is a junior at Knott County Central High School, and he says school has always been his happy place.
I just know kind of how school has affected me. I know that it has really taught me who I am.
Many of the Knott County schools were damaged by floodwaters. Combs says he was heartbroken for his school system and for the teachers, so he put his feelings in writing.
In the darkness that we were put under, the amazing people here are shining. I like to say this is all thanks to our school staff. It's our school staff that are working here nonstop. They're here today. They've been here for months. They were here the days of the flooding. While they may have been working unpaid, that never mattered because knowing that their students were safe was so much more than a paycheck could ever be.
The article he wrote is titled, "In Wake of Catastrophic Floods, There is Still Hope."
It's my happy place, and I just want to be able to see everybody and let everybody know that there is hope. I want to be able to continue to help people.
Combs is on the Kentucky Department of Education's Commissioner's Student Advisory Council. While helping clean up schools, he also brought others in to help too.
I have been so grateful in this process because he just wants to help his community and especially through this really challenging time.
Combs says that he plans to be a teacher one day, and he credits his teachers for being so caring and encouraging.
So a lot of my teachers, even teachers here at Hyman, have really, they told me, whatever you want to do, you can. And my heart will always be here in the school, to watch it not be here is kind of really heartbreaking.
A student making a big difference for his schools. In Knott County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
1 week from today, students in Knott County begin on their first day of school. Their start back was pushed because of the deadly floods. Their schools were devastated, and Heinemann Elementary School lost more than 10,000 books. And an international organization is stepping in to help restock what were empty shelves. The International Book Project ships books all over the world.
We started thinking of ways that we could help, and initially sending books to a flood area is probably not what they needed at that point in time.
While the drive started today, they've received between 2,000 to 3,000 books already for a goal of 5,000. And if they meet that, they will extend it to 10,000 books by the end of the week. Chris Stapleton, Tyler Childers, and Dwight Yoakam are three of Eastern Kentuckians' biggest names in country music, and their talents will be on stage raising money for flood relief. The trio will take the stage at Rupp Arena on October 11th. 100% of net proceeds from the concert will benefit the Kentucky Rising Fund to support flood relief work and recovery efforts in Eastern Kentucky.
The guys said we want to do something, so they came to us and said, what can we do to host something? And we just felt like the most natural fit, so we're so excited to have them here.
Well, tickets for Kentucky Rising, a benefit concert for flood relief and recovery, go on sale Friday, September 16th.
Well, plenty of sunshine continues working through the mountains here this evening, though we're only about an hour and a half from sunset or so I would keep an eye out to the western sky for a pretty nice sunset out there. Live view from UVA Wise Airport there at Lonesome Pine, 68. Yeah, it feels like fall outside, especially in southwest Virginia. Clintwood joins Wise at 68. Low to mid 70s around the region, so we continue to see temperatures drop. Look at Williamsburg also dropping to 68 as the sun starts to set. Dew points outside of Hazard, it's not a dew point of 70, that I can assure you. We're in the low 50s, even upper 40s, so it feels fantastic. A clean sweep on Pinpoint Doppler, even the last of the clouds pushing out of the region, and we are set to go outside of maybe a few clouds tonight for a beautiful work week ahead. For tonight, continued clearing for most, low to middle 60s with some patchy, or low to middle 50s, excuse me, with some patchy fog out there. Details on how long the nice weather lasts and if we could see a little bit of a warm up coming up in just a bit. Dakota?
All right, Evan, thank you. A two-car crash took place in Floyd County this morning, killing one of the drivers involved. Our Alyssa Williams has more details from those who were on the scene.
It was after 6 a.m. on Monday morning that emergency personnel assessed the scene of a fatal crash at the entryway of Henry's Branch in the Langley community of Floyd County.
And we responded. We pronounced the deceased at 7:30.
Those with the Floyd County Coroner's Office identified the victim as 74-year-old Sock Sue Snyder of Langley.
She was actually from this same holler here, Henry's Branch.
Kentucky State Police say Snyder was attempting to turn onto Kentucky Route 80 when her car was struck by another driver, 23-year-old Kyla Cox of Martin.
She was on her way to Floyd Central High School. She was a food service worker at Floyd Central High School.
Floyd County Deputy Coroner Chuck Hall says Snyder was a beloved member of the community.
She was a very well-liked person. She was well respected.
Although the cause of the crash has not been determined, Hall still advises everyone to drive cautiously in congested areas.
Very few probably maintain the speed limit in this area, and it is getting to be a more congested area because of the two churches. You got Grace Way Church right up, and then you got the First Baptist Church here, and it's a very congested area.
In Floyd County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Kentucky State Police say this is still an ongoing investigation. The names of 3 people killed in Painesville on Friday have been released. 56-year-old Paula Wells, 56-year-old Richard Mormon, and 36-year-old Myrtle Pack were killed during the shooting on Depot Road. 21-year-old Ronnie Pack was arrested and taken to the Pike County Detention Center. He is facing several charges, including 3 counts of murder. And police have arrested the man they believe may be responsible for a shooting over in Breathitt County. The shooting happened last month. Officers say an early morning fire alarm turned into a crime scene after firefighters found a man had been shot. On August 25th, Jackson police got an arrest warrant on Roy Fugit, and he was arrested on Saturday. Fugit was taken to the Kentucky River Regional Detention Center here in Hazard. Jail staff tell us Fugit is facing numerous charges, including burglary, wanton endangerment, and assault. We'll be right back with more Mountain News at 6.